Hello, my name is Gregtech and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I have just been doing a couple upgrades around the base, and one was to upgrade my electrolyzer, or the processing array that was using 64 HV to 64 EV. So I just upgraded the energy hatch to use ZPM instead of the LUV, because I was actually burning through oxygen faster than I could produce it with this recipe. So to get this phosphoric acid was actually burning through that. So I upgraded that, and now we are back in business here. Got everything running, and just wanted to fill that up a little bit and then test out my little ugly contraption that I've set up over here. So why don't we go ahead and flip that on now that we have stuff in there. So yeah, we'll let that run and we'll see. I mean, I think it seemed to be working. I have it set, I think, what was it, 8 we set this at. So I moved the conduits. They used to come out like around. I've kind of done it up and over a little bit to not have it so far out, and I can actually cover these up if I want with, it's the painter, isn't it? Painting machine. I'm assuming that's, yeah, painting machine, which is easy enough to craft up. I just haven't done it yet, but we'll be able to cover those with the blocks if I want. And I think, I don't know, I may end up moving that to maybe back here, but I'm just gonna leave it here for now. It's not too bad. As long as like I have the 2 blocks here, I think it'll be fine. So yeah, I am pretty happy about that. Everything else seems to be running pretty well. I think the only thing that is gonna be the backlog is this will be, but I can always speed that up if I want at some point. May turn that off. I should have a... Would I do this? The thing is down there. Should have like a fluid detector kind of thing to turn that off, but I'll just leave that for now. I'll just kind of manually do that. This lasts for so long. I just don't want it burning. I think this is like UV, yeah. Although I don't think it uses that much, to be honest. How much does it use? I mean, if it doesn't use anything, I guess we'll just let it continue to run. What are we looking at? Does it... Doesn't it usually say like... Oh, maybe I have to click on the controller. I was looking for the probably uses. Probably uses... Alright, so it's only using 4,000. Maybe I should just leave it on permanently. It's barely using anything. Yeah, I'll probably just leave that on. Just feels bad. We're just voiding. Actually, no, it just feels bad. I hate having machines running that are just voiding everything. It seems silly. But alright, so that's now. The other thing I did was crafted up a second building here. And this is for my chickens. And I have, this one is for the skeletons. The skeletons need the looting spikes. So I have that going in there, and then I have my chickens running at the same time, so I didn't have to like compete for those. So 35,000 bones, and the chicken eggs, I think everything should be, yeah. You got clogged up anywhere. I just kind of wanted to have that run and see how many eggs we can get going in here. Yeah, we're up to 40,000. So, and that, I think these run fast enough to keep all 4 going. I haven't really been paying attention much, so yeah, there is that. So today's episode, I think I want... That's going to have to fill up quite a bit before it gets to 8. But anyway, for today's episode, I think I need to get, like... Now that I have, like, infinite resources coming in, it's starting to cause issues with the A system. And I sort of started... I had about 700,000 redstone at one point. So I turned a lot of that into redstone blocks, because if I want to do the singularities, you need the block. So the redstone needs 7,000 blocks to get one singularity. So I kind of started crafting that up just to make some room in my A system instead of it getting like clogged up. There is a lot of stuff in here that I need to get rid of though, that I'm never going to use. It's so annoying when like it keeps changing like that. It's hard to because I'm pulling stuff in and out. But there is some like, I don't know. Like ectoplasm I'm probably never going to use. Cocoa beans probably don't need. You know, I just need to kind of go through. Purified, I'm not going to need that. Green sapphires, yeah, I maybe need to send that through a sift kind of thing. Right, this, no clue. Like these are just basically... I think you just basically break these down into vanadium, oxygen, and something. Yeah, so like, I don't need that. That just needs to be trashed, but I need to do that and sort out my A system. I don't need these advanced stuff. Can I throw a whole stack in there? Oh, I can. All right. Smelt those down and get the stuff back for those. But yeah, like I was saying, like calcium, that is continually going up. It is. I'm getting it from my phosphate, the apatite that is being electrolyzed, and I'm not going through it fast enough. So we're electrolyzing the 9 apatite and getting phosphate and calcium and chlorine. And I just realized that's probably why my chlorine's getting clogged up here. So this is continually going to go up and up and up. So what I'm thinking, I want to have kind of a building. I've been talking about this for a while, that will do all my like basic kind of fluids and storage for large amounts of items. I think maybe I should have one for items and one for fluids, but I'm kind of thinking stuff like this. Like this is producing nitrogen from liquid air. This should be like in its own building. This stuff all needs to be broken down because I don't use it. And maybe like this is radon, so this should be in that. The electrolyzer that I'm, in here, this should be in that room kind of thing. Like this doesn't need to be in here anymore. It was in here originally. Well, yeah, now it does supply hydrogen, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Get all this stuff in a central location, and I would move, I produce chlorine in this one. This can be in that kind of room. Like this doesn't need to be underneath here. I think like... Yeah, I don't feel like moving that. I could probably move that, but yeah, anyway, I have like random stuff kind of scattered about the base, and I want to get that all centralized, I think. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, sulfuric acid is being produced down here. And I actually have a bit of an issue with sulfuric acid, and I didn't realize how much I was producing. I think it's from this. Yeah, it's this process. I had just had it pumping sulfuric acid into the A system, and I think I had 57 million buckets, so this was clogging up my fluids. So let me, I think, maybe over here, I'm thinking, like maybe over here build like kind of a big building. And what I'm gonna do is use quantum chests, I think, to store items like this calcium that's just gonna build up eternally. And maybe salt, because I'm getting a ton of salt kind of thing, and you know, neutrons and just different items that I don't want clogging up. Like Ingerium can probably go in there because we're gonna get that, and I don't want to avoid it. You know, I would rather have this storing up. So let me cut here and see if what I want to kind of do here. Thinking maybe like right here. I'm just kind of thinking having rows of quantum chests is kind of what I'm thinking. Quantum chests with storage buses on them, because that seems to work pretty well. The question is, do I want power running to it? I have to figure that one out. So yeah, let me cut here and kind of figure this out. And I am back, and I kind of built out this road a bit better, and I kind of cleaned up a little bit. Started a new building. I know it's just another white brick building, but when I finally upgrade everything, this will be a lot less white brick. This is just base, my starting point kind of thing. And this is going to be for the items, I think. So I just kind of ran a long line into here, and this will kind of be what I'm thinking. We'll have 8 chests and 8 chests, so that'd be 16, and then we can do 8 more kind of above it. So we'll have, what is that, 32 quantum chests, and that should be enough. Can't see myself needing any more than that. Now, what I think we're gonna do. Question is, I was debating whether I want to put like a sign on it and be like, okay, so this is calcium, but I don't think we really need to do that. But I do need, no, storage bus, not an interface. I keep doing that. Storage bus. And once we get all the items in it, I can break the export bus. So that's basically just to get the items in. I realized I may not have enough. This is gonna have to be. Let's make some more. I'll make some more dense cables while we're here. It's definitely gonna take a while though. But like thinking. Like that, and then up there, and then we'll, I guess, maybe come out that, I'm thinking. And temporarily, I'm just going to connect this because I'm not going to have more than 8 there. I think, yeah, I did connect that to that. Now, calcium. To go in here because there is no way I'm going to be able to. Like I said, that's just going to continue to go up, up, and up, and up. I'm never going to be able to use it. I don't want to avoid it, so might as well stockpile it in these things that require or can store 100, I think 128 million. So I think we're pretty much good for the rest of the pack here. This. It takes me a little while to kind of get used to it. It's actually what's in here and then 64 in the out, I think. Let's do that. Priority at 10. So whenever it goes in the A system, it should automatically go in here. And this will stop it from getting anything else if for some reason it empties out completely. Just kind of throw that on there. Yeah, the only annoying thing with these is if you have an export and a storage bus, it'll, like, it needs to export, so it'll pull out through the storage bus and then insert it back again. Which is the reason that we'll just use these to export it all in, and then I'll break that export bus and we won't have to use that anymore. All right. That's where I just heard something explode. Thought that was disabled. Thought I disabled that because I really just, that's so annoying, the explosions. Unless something else blew up. I don't know about. Oh wait, no, that was that. The explosion compressor, that's what it would. All right, so anyway, so that is that, and then I'll kind of just figure out, you know, I need one for there, and like I said, pile of neutronium, salt, so we'll make a couple more of these. They're relatively easy to make, to be honest. Don't we? Oh, 7 more. Let's see if we can do that. I mean, other than the copper. Platinum. I'm going through that platinum so fast. I really do need to get that sorted out. So that is that. Could I? No, I probably want. I'm debating whether to do the same kind of thing for fluids like this. I could do it right there, actually. I was just going to do a whole room of items, but maybe... Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't particularly want to be like producing like fluids over there and then having them input over here and then having it sent out elsewhere, because that can get extremely laggy with the fluid cells. So I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I'd rather have them like producing the fluids within the same thing and then just piping them directly into the tanks is kind of what I'm thinking. I think, yeah, trying to do the fluid export buses like that would be a bit dangerous when it comes to lag. But all right, let me decide what I want to do here and we'll come back. And we are back, and I've crafted up a quantum tank. And if we take a look at this, I put the other tanks out. You can see it's like bouncing back and forth, and basically, like I said, it's pulling out and then putting it back in. So at this point, I think we can just get rid of the... I don't want to do this. I just want to make sure there's not... Oh well, we'll just do that. I think we're good. So 49, 759. Let's just make sure everything's in there. All right, yeah, we're good. I didn't want like one stack being left in the A system taking up like an item slot, but yeah, there we go. And then we just have this as the priority. So anytime we get a thing put into the A system, it'll get put in directly in here, as we can see is happening. So perfect. And then I'll just kind of go along and do whichever ones we want, which I think will probably, as I go along, I think, like I said, I want to get the singularities. I just think that'd be kind of fun. So eventually we'll set up, you know, infinite resources for each of these, and we'll probably just insert all the, however I decide to do it in there. But I think I'm going to do 8 item chests and 8 fluid chests, and we'll see how that goes over here. I'm a little wary with the fluids, so I am definitely prepared that this may not be viable. But how about we kind of take a look and see how this goes. Oh, nice, you can do that. So do this. And why don't we, I think this was turned off. I think it was turned off because I turned this off, so the pipes were all, yeah, the pipes are all full of that. Although I do need diluted. Yeah, I do need diluted, so maybe I shouldn't be. Because I was thinking, like, is there a better way to be doing this? I'm just going to leave it. So this is going to turn it back into sulfuric acid, and if I want to, I can turn the sulfuric acid back into diluted. Well, that actually is the same, I think. So this is condensing it down. Yeah, so 75 to 50, and then if I do the opposite direction, it would probably be... And turn this into... Yeah, if you mix it with this, so you go 3,000. Yeah, so it's the same ratio, so okay, perfect. I'm not actually losing anything with that. So this should be outputting directly into here, right? Yep. All right, nice. Throw that in there. That in there, and then we need to export all the thing into here. Now the only kind of concern I have is there's no priority on this. So is it going to actually, without a export bus on it, is it actually going to automatically put it in here, or is it going to go? Like that's not. Like that should be exporting it faster into the A system. It should be coming from. Yeah, because there's 49,000 buckets. I only had not that much in there. All right, so that's a little surprising. I thought that would be, maybe there's something fighting over the. Yeah, I thought that would be more. Let's do insert only. All right, now it's speeding up. Yeah, I think it's fighting. Yeah, I think it's fighting over it. That's another downside of the fluid cells, unfortunately. But anyway, we'll get that all in there. I have no idea why these are not stacking. I don't know if that's just you can only hold 2 in one. I don't know if that's normal. Anyway. All right, so basically I'm just going to continue to do this and kind of get the base set up moving forward. But with that, I've kind of reached a point in the pack that I don't think I'm going to be able to continue uploading every single day. There's just not, I'm just not able to do as much. I've kind of run out of things to do. I've gotten everything set up, but a lot of it is just kind of optimizing and improving. And I think it is time that I start a new pack, and I'll start alternating days. And I have some ideas of what packs I want to start up, but I think after this episode I will be alternating days in between packs, and then I will also be updating or still making tutorials for this as well. It just takes me some time to get that sorted out about what I want to talk about, and it does take me a little bit longer than a normal episode to film a tutorial, so that's why they aren't uploaded as fast. But yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at with the pack. So yeah, I just can't really think. I mean, we've pretty much got everything set up moving forward, but like I said, a lot of it is just kind of waiting for stuff to craft up and everything. Let's take a look at this. All right, so there we go. It's a half been running. So it does look like, yeah, it's pulling the seaweed out and everything. So I think we actually, I can't believe I actually sort of figured this out. It does appear to be working. We're at about halfway. Unfortunately, we are not crafting this stuff up fast enough. So I'm gonna probably, yeah, this is the backlog here. But I don't know. What do I want? I'm not sure what I want to do with that. I mean, I could easily change this to a large chemical reactor. I don't have room. I would probably have to put it underneath, maybe. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm at, just optimizing everything as we move forward. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how the base has gone. I would like to, if I have enough time, do some more streaming of this pack as I kind of like build up more creative, like the buildings and stuff. And then, yeah, just kind of do that while streaming. I think that'd be kind of fun, but it just depends how much time I have. Sometimes it's hard to find time to record and do streaming, so I'd like to do that just whenever I get time. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at so far. So let me cut here and figure out what I want to do for the rest of this episode, and we'll be right back. And we are back, and I've set up a few things here, and it does look like having just the storage bus on there, it actually is, it does seem to be taking priority. So anything that goes in there does seem to go in directly in there. So it doesn't actually look like we need the export buses on it, which I've had the export bus on it almost the entire playthrough, but it doesn't actually seem like that is necessary. So it's not gonna, if you just place it down with the storage bus, it's not gonna immediately, I don't think it'll auto input, but as soon as stuff enters the EA system, it'll send it directly there. That's pretty cool. But I have finally gone ahead, and since we've just been letting the bacterial vat chug away, it's been quite a bit of time. I only have 16 bioprocessing units. It took me a while to get, I think I needed about 300 more, but we've finally done it, and having that automatic thing is definitely helping. I don't have to babysit it anymore, but let's go ahead and we got one last thing we need. Yes, the wrap. And I think I only have one more slot left on this, I think. Did it go and I just didn't notice? Yeah. Just didn't see it go. So there is that. I could probably take these two out. Those don't need to be in there anymore. All right, but I have this, and then I need to, I'm gonna find out where I put it. Yep, I crafted another, throw those away. I crafted up another transformer, and what I'm gonna do is on the circuit assembly machine, instead of replacing the ZPM cables, I'm just going to move, well, I'm gonna need Probably need more. I think I'm gonna need more superconductor wire, so I'll get those. I'm gonna move this to here and here, and then I'll have this line will be the UV, and I'll just send it in there. So I think that will work. So yeah, let me do the channels here that we're going to need and the chests and all this stuff. Let me get this all set up for the new circuit assembly, and we will craft up the bioprocessing circuits. And we're back, and I've connected everything up. So we got the soldering alloy, and then I did all the filters. And I think hopefully everything is correct. So let's just put all that in there. Turn that on. And let's hope this turns on. It's gonna take a second. I should probably put some speed upgrades in there, but doesn't really matter, to be honest. This takes long enough that by the time it takes to finish, the next set has gone in. There we go. Fortunately, it is 6 minutes, and these things are so long. I know you're getting 16 recipes from it, so it's... yeah, you're getting 16. So it's not really 360 seconds each, but it still feels kind of long. But yeah. And it's just pulling the 100 and whatever it is, 100 and... yeah, it's not even pulling a full amp. So, all right, there we go. There is our first time using the circuit assembly for the bioprocessor circuits. So we got 16. Now the next one, I will probably go ahead and craft up the next line because we're gonna need, is it bio? Yeah, BioWare, I guess it would be. So I'll have to take 2 of these and then 6 of those, and obviously we'll make 1 and then we can do the imprint, but oof, that's a lot. So many. But yeah, basically just gonna have to get my bio vat working now. This one, I think this one is actually just a research station recipe. It's just an assembly line recipe. I don't think it's actually a circuit line assembly, so that is a bit of a bonus there. That one, and I guess the one above that would UEV. Yeah, the one above that as well. All right, so I'm gonna have to actually look into the research station as well, getting the computation up, because I think I'm only at 70 something. Don't remember though. Yeah, I'm definitely not up 128. I may have to daisy chain them, but I actually don't know. So that is something I'm gonna have to look into. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.